All right, if you're lucky enough to have a traditional pension, you are staring down one of the biggest and, frankly, most permanent financial decisions of your entire life. Are you going to take all that money in one big chunk or get a guaranteed check every month for the rest of your life? Let's break down everything you need to know to make the absolute best choice for you. And this is so much more than just filling out some paperwork. The path you choose right here, right now, it's going to define your financial world for all of your retirement years, and it could have a huge impact on your spouse's life too. When you get right down to it, the whole decision really boils down to two very different roads you can take. One road hands you a massive one-time lump sum payment. The other, it gives you a steady stream of monthly checks for life. Each one is a trade-off, a classic battle between control and security. And that really is the fundamental trade-off, isn't it? The lump sum gives you total control. It's your money to invest, to grow, to do what you want with, but you're also taking on all of the risk. The annuity, on the other hand, gives you that guaranteed, predictable income, that security, but you have to give up a lot of flexibility and control to get it. So let's explore that first path, choosing the lump sum. Well, it basically means you're becoming your own pension fund manager. You take the entire benefit in one single payment, and from that day forward, it's all in your court. The upside here is huge. You have total control. You can roll that money into an IRA, which gives you way more options for taxes and investments. This also means you have the potential to grow your money and beat inflation. And maybe most importantly for some, whatever's left when you're gone can be passed on to your kids or other heirs. But with great power comes great responsibility, right? You are taking on all the investment risk. A bad market downturn could seriously hurt your retirement nest egg. You also face what's called longevity risk, and that's the very real kind of scary danger of your money running out before you do. Plus, managing a huge sum of money isn't easy. It takes discipline and know-how. Okay, now let's flip the coin and look at the second option, which paints a very different picture of retirement. Think of the annuity as your own private guaranteed salary, a check that just shows up in your mailbox every single month for the rest of your life. No ifs, ands, or buts. The biggest selling point here is just pure peace of mind. Your income is guaranteed no matter what Wall Street is doing. It's simple, it's predictable, and it protects you from that risk of outliving your money. That check just keeps coming, month after month after month. But you're trading control for that security. The payments are fixed, which means over time, inflation can really eat away at your buying power. You can't just pull out a big chunk of cash for an emergency or a big purchase. And in the most basic plan, when you pass away, the checks just stop, period. There's nothing left for your family. This quote really nails it. This isn't just a math problem you can solve on a spreadsheet. It's a deeply personal decision about what helps you sleep at night. Is it the absolute certainty of that guaranteed check, or is it the control and the potential that comes with managing the money yourself? But hold on, the decision gets even more complicated if you're married. Because at this point, federal law actually steps in to make sure this choice isn't just about you. It's also about protecting your spouse's financial future. Take a look at this number, 17%. That was the poverty rate for widowed women over 65 just a couple of decades ago. And it shows you exactly why these legal protections were created. Losing a spouse is emotionally devastating, but the financial hit, especially from lost pension income, can be just as catastrophic. So, to prevent that kind of hardship, the law makes something called a Joint Survivor Annuity the default option for any married couple. This option is designed to provide an income for both of your lifetimes. And get this, you literally cannot choose a single life payout unless your spouse formally signs a document giving their written consent. So what does this trade-off look like in real dollars? Check out this example. If you go with the single life option, you get $1,600 a month. But when you pass away, your spouse gets $0. To protect them, you could pick a Joint Survivor option. Yeah, the monthly payment is lower while you're both alive, $1,300 in this case, but in exchange for that, your surviving spouse is guaranteed to get $650 a month for the rest of their life. It's a safety net. So what do most people actually end up doing? Well, the research shows that this law makes a huge difference. The vast majority of married men, we're talking 72%, do choose a survivor benefit for their spouses. Now, that 28% who opt out, they often have really good reasons, like their spouse having their own great pension, for instance. Look, as you can see, there is no single one-size-fits-all right answer here. It all comes down to your personal, unique situation. So let's walk through a few key questions that can basically act as your compass to help you find your way through this. So start by asking yourself these 4 things. First, health. How's your health? What about your family's history with longevity? A shorter life expectancy might make that lump sum more attractive. Second, family. What does your spouse need financially? Do they have their own retirement savings? Third, your whole financial picture. Look at everything else: Social Security, 401ks, other savings. And finally, risk. Be honest with yourself. How would you really feel managing your own investments if the market took a nosedive? At the end of the day, it all comes down to one last big question that only you can answer. What does retirement security actually mean to you? Is it that guaranteed check month in and month out, no matter what happens in the world? Or is it having your hands on the wheel of your own financial destiny, with all the potential and all the risk that comes along with it? Your answer to that is what will point you down the right path.